Sciacquatevi la bocca! Leonardo Bonucci, la Juve in gol!
Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I hope you're all doing well. I want to see Vlahovic, a maximum of Vlahovic in the chat. Mamma mia, guys, I'm sick. I'm so sick. I didn't plan any live today because I'm really sick. But I thought that after seeing that game, guys, I couldn't just jump on the live just to say Vlahovic. The new shirt came home. The new shirt came home with the number 7, with the name Vlahovic, with the Serbian name. Vlahovic is there. Grande Vlahovic. I see all the people, a maximum of emotes of Vlahovic. I want his name. I want to read it. Grande da Juve. We did really well in the second half, because the first half, after the goal of Dybala, it was a disaster. Why should I show to my son that after scoring one goal, after leading a goal after 3 minutes, we have to stay back? But first I want to speak about the positive things. What an impact again of Morata entering the game and changing again the game. What a duo between Morata and Vlahovic and Morata, Vlahovic. I was totally impressed. Mamma mia, and then that game, what a game, Vlahovic, Ciao Zakaria, the other one that played a good game with some beautiful glances of a player that is really a top player. Then he disappeared a bit in the second half. We'll speak about all the players. We will not do a long live today, guys, so I want a maximum of likes, I want a maximum of comments now, because we will not stay long. I told you I'm sick. Zakaria is saying, ciao amico mio, hello my friend. Again, a great Dusan tonight, very heavy on pressing and opponents defend. Absolutely, yes, I totally agree. Dybala played well, yes. I was happy for him. I was happy for his goal, a beautiful goal. There is something that I need to address on Dybala. Every time that he scores a goal, the last 10, 20, 30 goals, he's always falling on the ground. But that's okay, I don't care. If he scores, I'm happy. Grande. Now on to Atalanta. That's the message of Anthony Schifano. I agree with him. Now, heads to Atalanta, and that's why I'm happy that we didn't have to play 30 extra minutes in that game, because that would have been only our responsibility, only our fault if we had to play 30 minutes more. Yes, of course, they had prime Buffon in the goal. Pegolo, that is 40 years old, he did an amazing game. He saved everything, and when he was not able to save it, it was the post saving the goal on the Ligt or on McKennie with a really beautiful shot. Incredible. I thought that we were jinxed today, that it was starting to be impossible to score that second goal. I was thinking maybe we exaggerated. Maybe scoring at the 3rd minute of the game was exaggerated for Juve. Maybe it's better not to score at the 3rd minute of the game with that shirt. We remember the first game of the season versus Udinese, we scored really early in the game, and then they came back to a 2-2 after the goals of Dybala and of the goal of Cuadrado. I thought maybe it's better not, but luckily the game was different. Locatelli played. Guys, today there were a lot of changes tactically that Allegri made to find actually a team that was able to give their best, because there were some players out of position. We start with a 4-2-3-1 until the goal of Dybala. Narshat, I saw that you wrote that Locatelli was the best player. I agree with you, and I think that everyone saw your comment, Narshat. So Ciao del Baggio. So there were some players out of position. We know it. Allegri said it as well. When McKennie has to play on the left, it's a different player. McKennie that was showing me really beautiful things, but then after doing one beautiful thing, he was a disaster in the three next thing. Until another really beautiful thing. Then a disaster. The Ligt played well as well, and Cecilia is saying that Dybala played well. So let's go for the man of the match first. Of course, from Juve, we will not put Pegolo because he would win, but let's put Vlahovic with his goal, of course. Vlahovic, we have Dybala with his other goal. Then I want to put there Ligt, that deserves to be there. He played really great. And who do we put as fourth man? I don't know, guys. I was thinking first about Morata because he changed the game. Locatelli changed the game as well, especially when he played as a number 6. Because Arthur was not there today. He was not there. I was a bit disappointed in him. Alexandro did not play bad, but does he enter in the top 4? I don't know. Morata changed the game. Alexandro played well. Locatelli played well. I know it's an own goal, but we don't care because at the end it was Vlahovic that invented that goal, guys. So I see a lot of Moratas, guys. I see a lot of Morata. A lot of Alexandro as well. Perin did well. He saved us as well. It's hard to choose the third name. It's really hard. So I put Vlahovic, Dybala. I put Ligt. Yeah. Let's put with these three names, guys. It's hard today. Today it's hard to find. You know what? Let's put Morata as well. Because when he entered, we saw a total different Juventus. A total different. The combination between Morata and Vlahovic was impressive. Mamma mia. The Morata that we see today, luckily we didn't send him to the other team there, Barcelona, the other ones, guys. Luckily, what a player. I agree. Arthur really cementing his regista spot, virtual hug. I kind of agree, yes, no, because playing with 2 was more difficult today. And then we will enter into the tactical side of the game, where Juventus, what I said in the last game that we played versus Verona, that we played well, that we were all happy. I said if there is something that I really want to change is the fact that our average position, the block of our players are too low. And we did it again today. We did it again. Today with 2 men, we were not that great playing in that 4-2-3-1, especially not with Arthur. Maybe it can become a really great one with Locatelli and Zakaria, but not with Arthur. It was hard today. And what happened, instead of playing a 4-2-3-1, we were playing all the time a 4-4-2. With McKennie, that was criticized and playing less good. Why? Because we have actually the same problem as what Rabiot was doing when we were going to play a 4-4-2 with Rabiot going totally on the left, and he was totally lost and he was not playing well. That's what happened to McKennie. So I don't want to judge McKennie too hard today, because when he was playing on his position, he did quite okay. Even if we judge on his performance today, probably he would not have a really great score. Thank you for the donation, Ron. Ron was saying more sloppiness, however, hats off to Pegolo. He kept them in the game, and I agree with that, especially in the second half, because in the first half, I didn't even remember the face of Pegolo, because there was first the goal of Dybala immediately, where I didn't see the face of Pegolo in the second half. Mamma mia. Mamma mia. Ciao, Dennis. Ciao, Dennis. That is a member of the channel, by the way. Dennis Bajrami, who's saying Perin. Perin should have been in the top 4. I'm sorry, guys. On YouTube, it's only 4 people. Lord De Sciglio didn't play great today, to be honest, because I don't know if you saw it or not, but when he's playing on the right side of the field, De Sciglio, he doesn't have the ability to go up and down like he's doing on the left. He can't use his left foot. It's actually his weaker foot. Something is not working in De Sciglio's mind, and he looked a bit blocked. Thank you, Sylvain Lefebvre, for the donation. Who's saying, Ciao Beppe, our Juve starts to be very inspiring. Is Bernardeschi injured? He's already healed and he will be back in training with the team on Friday. At the moment, he's not there. But thank you for the donation, my friend. Is Juventus starting to be inspiring? The Juventus of the second half, yes. The Juventus of the first half, absolutely not. I was not happy with Juventus. I was pissed off. I was pissed off because I was saying the same comments than versus Verona. If you give them the ball, they will have the possession. If you give them hope, they will have the belief. If you give them space, they will go to the shots. If you give them the shots, they will go to the goal. And that's what happened. It didn't happen versus Verona because they had only one shot on target. This time, guys, it was a bit too much. It was a bit exaggerated. And I don't like it. I don't like that at all. On the other hand, I'm happy with the win because we saw character in Juventus. We saw character and I like that. That's what I needed. Tony, nice display from Morata, but Dusan won us the game by himself while Morata again missed the sitters. I don't know, Tony, if it was a sitter. I don't know if it was a sitter because actually he took the ball really well. Huh? It was actually Pegolo that saved it. For me, because he chipped it really well. I don't know if it's if he missed it. We can see it like that, of course, but I don't know. We created a lot of chances. It could have been 6-1. Great second half performance, yes. But we have two halves. We have two halves, and the first one we missed it. We can't be proud and happy about the Juventus that is playing like that in the first half. I can't. Rocco, ti devo rispondere perché ho visto il tuo document su Boniperti. Mamma mia, che figata. Vlahovic is such a jewel. I agree. Let me go because I have some comments from Mohammad Youssef. Thank you for your donation, buddy, who's saying stress today. And it was a stress. I agree. It was a big stress, especially in first half. But we clearly saw Allegri tactics subs is clear. He got the team that can help him in his best skills, changing games with the subs. And here I want to take just 1 minute before going to the comment of Paul Enrico Costadimas. Before going there, I want to say that I agree with you. While in the past, before the international break, we were not able to do the changes. Instead of, because today we started with a 4-2-3-1 that became a 4-4-2 because of the beautiful football of Sassuolo, because of their beautiful passes and so on. Instead of that, what happened actually was that we played 4-4-2. But thanks to the changes, even subbing out Zakaria, we were playing to go for a 4-3-3. With a 4-3-3 with Dybala that was this time without Zakaria going a bit more on the right side of the field, and it was correct. He didn't have to come back, and luckily he stayed up, and we were able to change it. So I totally agree with you. He entered first with a Locatelli as a box-to-box. He played 5 minutes. He saw that Arthur had some difficulties in that game. He subbed out Arthur. He put Locatelli in the middle. And then he had a Rabiot. A Rabiot that entered well today. He didn't do some spectacular things. But the Rabiot that I see today entering like that for 20 minutes and giving solidity in the midfield. And actually, thanks to that solidity with Rabiot, with Locatelli, with McKennie that played a lot better on the right side of the midfield in his position. We had some freedom for Morata, Vlahovic and Dybala. And that's what I said, that Allegri said, if we want to play with the three up front, we need them to run. We need also to have a bit more muscular midfield and a bit less creative. I agree with you. Paul Enrico Costadimas is saying, and thank you for the donation, buddy, Morata, Vlahovic, Chiesa, what do they have in common? They always charge forward. I agree. I agree with that. Vlahovic is a machine. He's a machine. I didn't really observe the stat at the moment. I will go there in a minute. I will go there in a minute, but I have to admit that it's true. These three players, they want to go towards the goal. They live for the goal. Morata less to score, but at least pressing to open spaces. Today he did it really well. Eh? These 1-2 with Vlahovic, guys. They never play together. They don't know each other, but they have, and you see it immediately. Eh? They have that affinity of understanding each other really well. Why? Because Vlahovic is one that tends to go a bit more to the right, not like Dybala totally, and Morata loves to go on the left side. They understand each other. They are made to play together. Hopefully, and this time I say it, on the 10th of February 2022, I hope that we sign Morata. It was not in my plans. It was a no actually for me, but today I have to come back to what I said. Allegri frustrating, even against less quality teams. We are so deep and we have no plan whatsoever to build up. I agree and I don't agree, because Allegri changed the game thanks to its sub. If we see the second half, it's not that suddenly It's not that suddenly Allegri said, no, we don't play anymore, we don't want to play anymore. No, Allegri changed it. I believe that the team, they had some problems. They had some problems of after the goal in stopping playing. And this is also a problem, of course, of the coach that was not able to wake them up, to let them understand to press. So it's also partially because of Allegri, I agree, but it's also the players that really stopped playing. They stopped playing completely until the second half, where probably Allegri said, guys, you are not doing what I'm asking you to do. You are not playing well. You are not executing the football that we want to, because we are risking too much. We are giving everything to Sassuolo, and this is not okay. I would not put every blame on Allegri, because at the end he changed you the game thanks to the sub. So if a coach is bad, he's bad for 90 minutes. If he's good for 90 minutes. But sometimes he can do some good things, sometimes he can do some bad things. But it's true, and I agree that Allegri is a coach that wants balance. It's not a coach that after the 1-0 he wants to go for the 4-0, 7-0. Today I was watching a game from him where we won 7-0 versus Sassuolo. Probably it's something that will not happen every single time. I agree, kind of agree with that, my friend. Thank you for the donation, Dario, from Switzerland, the country of Zakaria. Dario, I would love to see your comment about Zakaria. What did you think about our midfielder today? I liked him really a lot, and today I said, this guy is a potential future phenomenon. What a guy. Obrigado, Genada, these kind of words, not more. Ciao Beppe, they played great in the second half, and I definitely see some improvement. They are. Why? Because today we are able to change what we were not able to do before. Dennis Bajrami, my friend, thank you for the donation, buddy. Really appreciate it. I hope Juve players see the push that all the other teams are doing against them. They have to push themselves more. Easy to say from a work chair, but still they are paid millions for that. We work 16 hours a day and we push. They need to push as well. I agree. I totally agree. And that's probably why a player like Bentancur that started really well at Juventus, we had a lot of hopes for him, we had a lot of promise for that guy. He lost that grinta, he lost that combativity, that fighting spirit. He lost it, and he's gone. Kulusevski didn't have the eye of the tiger, and he's gone. So we are going for this kind of player. First of all, I want to say, and I will come back to Dennis, thank you to Rise and Cross. Finally, I see you as well on the channel with your beautiful name, Rise and Cross. I need to get a VPN to donate, guy. Rise and Cross, you don't have to, but thank you for your presence. I'm so happy to see Rise and Cross switching from Twitch to be here on my channel. Grande Rise and Cross. So, but I agree with you, we have to fight from the first until the 90th minute. Then, of course, you have moments in the game where you can leave a bit the ball. I agree with that, but pay attention. You have to do it like the second half. You have to do it for the entire game. If you are able to do it in the second half, that means that your legs are running. Allegri trying to reinvent the wheel with the midfield on the wing things, just to play players in their position. But Allegri today, I believe that he tried also to play a initial 4-2-3-1 to see if Zakaria was able to play in a two-man midfield. That was the initial idea, because you can test it. You can test it in the Coppa Italia game versus Sassuolo. The thing is that it didn't work out. Not because of Zakaria that was doing a great game, but because we have an opponent, and that opponent is called Sassuolo, that did really well. Thank you, Andre, for the donation. Thank you, Gio, for the donation. And Gio is saying this is a better looking Juventus with higher energy and positive attitude. Giorgio, thank you from Canada. Better. You know what, guys? My son recently started really to love football, to watching games with me, together with me. That's why I didn't do a watch along. I was watching with him, and it was beautiful also to show that second half. It was beautiful to show a Mr. Number 7 here, a number 7 that is fighting, and when he's going on target, he's going with a shot, and he scores at the end. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, and it's something I couldn't show him in the beginning of the season. Absolutely not. I couldn't. Not because I was ashamed of my team, of course not, but because Juventus was not doing the effort to do it. Ninib, Vlahovic word on Forza Juve, reported by Forza Juve. I owe a lot to my teammates, the coach and the management who helped me a lot. Dybala and Morata are two champions. Hey, it changed, of course it changed. It changed. And Tony is reporting also his words to Mediaset, who is saying, we are just starting. And then he's repeating what Ninib said. But the mister, to everyone that is helping me in my integration at Juventus. We can't really get DV70 striker position. I believe that we couldn't find him in the first period, but then we were able to do it. We were really able to do it in the second half, where I think that it was clear that we were not able to find him, absolutely not in the first half, because we were going again too much on the wings. Alexandro, Quadrado, we were going there and not going centrally, and it's a pity because now we have a player that is able to do it. Thank you, Arjun, for becoming a member of the channel. Thank you, buddy, for the first time, I believe, first time being a member. Grande Arjun. Let me see if I didn't miss a message that I didn't read. I read the one of Gio, the one of Andre with the sticker. Thank you, Andre. Did I say thank you to Dennis? Absolutely well. I have to say thank you. Ahmad Dale is there as well. Allegri is frustrating. I know we already wrote. Gabriel, it is fair to say that we are better in attack than in the first half of the season. Dusan impact is on the team is incredible. I agree, because not only he's doing well, but he's also doing actually the other players playing better. Because now we have a player like Morata when he's entering, and you see it, who doesn't have to have that pressure on his shoulder to be that final guy that is there to score. So a great Juventus on the second half, a Juventus that wants to play with a Pegolo that saved everything, or we could have closed that game earlier, but we can't be 100% satisfied, because if you are doing like that versus other teams, if you concede 3 goals in your first half because you completely missed it, then you can't recuperate, and then it's too late, and that would be a big pity, I believe. Then I can be wrong, but that's what I believe. Arjun immediately with the Vlahovic emote. Grande Arjun. I'm happy that you are able to use them. Anthony Quintero. Ciao Beppe. I saw the game in bits due to work. I'm sorry for you, buddy. But I saw Allegri's defensive tactics again. I really don't like it in the first half. Second half, he changed with Locatelli. Our boys want to play and Allegri holds them back. I don't agree. We play shit. And when you play bad in the first half, it's not because of Allegri. It's because of everyone. It's because of Allegri. It's because of the players. It's because an Arthur was not able to play in a two-man's defense because he was playing in the back. I don't know if you saw it or not, but Arthur was playing again a lot in the back. It was because playing that kind of 4-4-2 didn't give the freedom to Dybala to go wherever he wanted. But if you see the first 5 minutes of the game, where Juventus play a game where we want to be offensive. We play 4-2-3-1. You have a Dybala that is totally free, and that's where he scored the goal. That's where he gave Juventus an advantage, a benefit, the first goal, the lead of the game, and he's doing that really well. And then what's happening is that we are surprised by the quality of Sassuolo. Never forget, guys, that you also have another team in front of you, not just Juve, that is doing whatever they want, but you also have another team. And that team, they understood how Juventus was playing, and they were better than us. They were far better than us, and this can't happen. I'm not saying it's okay. We have to stop these kind of things. We have to be better at that. But I would not blame an Allegri saying it's Allegri that doesn't want to play. No, it's Juventus that totally lost the way that they had to do. They lost it. They didn't know. They were surprised by a much stronger Sassuolo. And in the locker room, Allegri, he adjusted what he had to do. So, and I'm not, guys, I tell you and I repeat you, I'm not the biggest fan of Allegri. I like him because I respect the way he is, how smart he is, how much he can play with his subs, what he couldn't do in the first half of the season. So I will always respect him and be grateful for what he gave to Juve and what he's giving also to Juve now. But I think that sometimes he's doing also mistakes, of course. Today, I would not blame him. I don't believe that Allegri said after the first goal we stop playing. I don't think so. But we can't. We can't do that. Ciao, Ron. Grazie for being here. Best of healthy, speedy recovery. I have to recover fast, guys. Where are all the likes? I don't know. People, they are not putting like today they don't care. They don't want to put the like. Ciao Andrew. It's poetic the way Vlahovic scores the important goals. Guys, I'm super happy that he scored again. Even if the goal it's not on his name, he will have it as his goal. He could celebrate. He could do that Federico Chiesa celebration, sliding with his knee and then doing the like this. He could do it, so he will feel it like his goal, even if they gave it to the other one. It is what it is. Today I felt like we started with our B team. Not our B team, but it was a test. Don't forget we had to test. Grande Colo. Make a video. Make a video. You will have a 30-minute video just to have the game of Verona and the game of today about Dusan. Just that. What a video. What a guy. And the people are saying hello to Colo, my great friend Ninib, see, here since the first day. Yeah? Ciao Alessio. Sylvain, I was watching the last game with my little brother, a sweet boy that I'm mentoring in the Big Brother program, and he is passionate with Juve. I will send you the video. I'm waiting for the video. Morata is fundamental in our attack. You see, Mark, I agree with you. I agree with you. How strong he was today when he entered. Ciao, Jonathan Murray. Why would he do that, Jay? He's a Juventus fan. You think he wants his son to watch Liverpool? No, disrespect to Liverpool, great club. Of course. Vlahovic is much better with Alvaro. He played well with Alvaro. Huh? I agree. This team is made for the three up front. As easy as it is. Vlahovic, Morata, Dybala. It's made for that. Morata, he will be fundamental. And Dybala played really great. Rise and cross. Personally, I feel like we gave Sassuolo a chance, and that's what we didn't have to do. That's where Juventus failed. Versus Verona, guys, because we did the same mistakes versus Verona, and we did it again, and even worse, versus Sassuolo. We do back passes and they pressed. We need to make them pay for pressing. Our passes need to be better. McKennie today, he missed so many passes. Vlahovic was man of the match for you guys with 44%, followed by Dybala with 36, 13% for Ligt, and Morata with 7. Well done. Grande Vlahovic that is winning the second time man of the match, because the last time he was also man of the match. Or did you vote for Morata? I don't remember for who you vote. I understand, didn't see enough of the game to make a judgment on the game. No, but you're correct, Anthony. I understand that people are thinking that. But it's not because Allegri said, I don't want my team to play after the 1-0. It's not. It's just that they are trying to find balance. But Sassuolo was better. Sassuolo was better. Are we finally seeing Allegri's Juve? We start. But don't forget it, we just started. Huh? And that's what I also say. At a certain moment, you have to test. And it was the only possible match to test Zakaria. Today, we hoped that we were winning 3-0 really early so that we could see a Marleake, a Mathias Soulé, a Caio Jorge earlier. It didn't happen, but it was important to win. Mentally, it was important to win today. And not in the extra time immediately in the 90 minutes. It was important to win also with these kind of victories, with the last minute goal, the fino alla fine spirit. It was important. Max Allegri said, what about the Scudetto? We are potentially at minus 11 from Inter, because at the moment we are at minus 8, but we can go at minus 11. We have to run versus Atalanta. We have to compete with Atalanta for that first spot. We have to play with them until the end. Of course, he doesn't want to, but if you see the game of today, guys, we are far away. Huh? We are far away from the first spot. We lost too much points in the beginning. And you see, today was not a perfect game. It was not a perfect game. We could have lost it today, especially in the first half. So if you are giving these kind of performances, not always you will be able to find that last minute goal. Because if you're honest, in Serie A, what's happening in Serie A? In Serie A, it's happening that at the 90th minute, the game is over. You don't have extra time. You don't have penalties. So if you don't score in the last minute, you have a draw. and a draw makes that you are really too far away. Thank you, Saif. Saif is saying, I hope we don't become dependent on Dusan like we were with Ronaldo and play better as a team. We are still lacking as a team. There is a difference between Ronaldo and Vlahovic, I believe, and it's a really, really important message that you are sending here. Ciao, MLG. The message that you are giving is comparing the importance of Ronaldo and his goals at Juventus and what Vlahovic is starting to show, because it's the second game, second goal, even if it's attributed as own goal, who cares? I agree with you. I agree with you, but on the other hand, I don't believe so. Why? Because Ronaldo is not only a football player, it's a football player with an amazing career behind him. A lot of trophies, won 5 times the Champions League. He had that much importance in terms of player, but also off the field. He's a company. He's the most followed people on Instagram, 400 million followers on Instagram, the most followed guy on Instagram. He's the one that people that are playing today, the young guys, were dreaming about when they were kids. So you have actually a player in your team that is putting a lot of pressure. Was not always a team player, and when you see now the words of Vlahovic in after game, you see that what he's saying is, thank you to the mister, thank you to my teams. Morata and Dybala, they are superstars. They are great players. You see the sacrifice for him, for the team. You see how he's going to celebrate with Dybala. You see how he's going like last week to celebrate with Zakaria. He's a player that is looking for the one that was giving him an assist. He's happy to be at Juve because for him, it's an immense step in his career. While with Ronaldo, we were in another phase of his career and importance. So I think that there are two different stories here. If you speak really on the field about the contribution that he's giving on the field, I believe that today, if Dybala is scoring, and that's one, Morata was about to score, Pegolo saved it. I don't think it's a miss. At the end, it's a miss because he didn't score, but Pegolo did a lot. I believe that it's another way of being a player. So the problem, of course, is that until the end of the season, you have only Vlahovic. And that can be a problem, because if Vlahovic is not there, who do you put in front? And that's why I wanted to see a Caio Jorge, to see what he was able to give us. We were not able to see him, luckily, because otherwise we would not have win today. But today, if he's not there, we have a problem. We have a problem. So I kind of agree with Saif's comment. Beppe, if Max knows that Weston is better on the right, why is he always starting on the left? Because if you want to have a in-shape Morata, you have to let him rest as well. Morata is someone that is giving a lot in terms of energy, in terms of pressing and so on. So he had to rest today, and you don't have a Bernardeschi. You can criticize Bernardeschi or not, but in terms of position and playing on the left, he's a player that can be in Coppa Italia, the player that is taking that position to let Alvaro Morata rest. As we were playing with 2 men in the midfield, there was not really a spot for Weston McKennie. But I don't believe that we will see too much Weston McKennie in that position if Bernardeschi is back. But I think it's a lack of people on the left. You don't have Chiesa anymore. Quadrado, out of question that is going there. So that's why. But he said it himself. It's not really great, and you saw it as well. He was not great. Ciao Riccardo Santomaggio. We're saying we all need to move on regards here. No, I don't think we have to. Yeah, of course we have to move. That's correct. But I think it's also great to compare, because he was there 3 years. We know what happened when he left, so it's part of our recent past. I'm not comparing Vlahovic today with Trezeguet and so on, because we are speaking about 20 years ago, but we are speaking about the players that was there last year that had an importance in Juve. So I think it's important to compare. Do I regret Ronaldo this year? No, absolutely not. I always said, you are not happy, the doors are open, leave. That your name is Ronaldo, Zinedine Zidane, Dybala, Buffon, Agnelli, the president. If you're not happy at Juventus, the doors are open, you leave. But I prefer you to be happy at us. So I prefer Vlahovic that is happy than a Ronaldo that is sad. Rise and Cross, thank you. You found the VPN finally. Rise and Cross is saying, honestly, I can't wait to see what the duo with Dybala, Morata, Dusan and Chiesa on the same time. Oof. That's the only way that they can play, and I believe they can play. It would be a 4-2-3-1. 4-2-3-1 with Chiesa in the trio up front on the right, Dybala in the middle, and then you have Morata on the left with on top Vlahovic. But I don't believe that we can play like that, because that would be really, really crazy. Even if Morata and Chiesa are two players that love to sacrifice themselves for the team going a bit back. But then you have to choose between Locatelli, between Arthur, between Zakaria, between these midfielders with some goals in their legs, or Weston McKennie, for example. And that would be for me a pity. I see that team more in a 4-3-2-1, 4-3-1-2. That's how I see that team. But on the other hand, on paper, seeing them at least 1-2 games, at least for, the last 30 minutes of the game, would be really, really beautiful. Rise and Cross. I think it's a dream of everyone. Absolutely. Guys, I told you I have the Vlahovic shirt here, but I also have the Chiesa one. So I'm waiting for this man to be back here. This man to be back to play with this man. And at the moment, Vlahovic is doing the slides with a beautiful boom. I like that. Is the Chiellini book in Italian? Yes, it's in Italian, Maric. McKennie has the worst pass accuracy in the game. Yeah, he was bad. He was really bad in terms of passing. It's correct. He was really bad. Hopefully we can finish game early to give Caio Giorgi more game time. I agree, because I'm curious to see that player. I'm not a person who said, hey, he had to play earlier. I want to see him starting because he's the future. No, but I hope that in some games we can have some time for Caio Giorgi. I hope so. But don't forget, I spoke about it last time in the first season of Vlahovic at Fiorentina, and we are speaking about Fiorentina, not Juve. He played, I believe, 8 games. 8 games. I think now it's the 8th game of Caio Giorgi. Or they played 9-9 or something like that. Even if it's for a few seconds, of course. At Bin, both Dybala and Morata became a better player since Dusan joined us. Overall, the team seems to be much better shape, both mentally and physically. Now let's see how they play against Atalanta, and that will be an important one. Why? Because Atalanta played also today, so we can't even complain about the fact that one is more tired as the other. Both played 90 minutes. Atalanta eliminated after the shocking loss versus Cagliari, another loss this time versus Fiorentina in Coppa Italia. We know that they don't have the goalkeeper versus us, Musso. They don't have Zapata probably until the end of the season. So it's a team that is losing a bit of certainties. We know that. It's the moment to take advantage of it, because some teams, they played versus us when we were not in our advantage. So it's the moment to do it. It's the moment to do it. It's really the moment to do it, but that will be an important one, because I said we have everything in our hand, because winning today, that means that we are going at +5 versus Atalanta. They have 1 game in hand. They can recuperate, but still at -2. So winning that game is crucial to enter officially that top 4, and not saying yes, but it's not really official or not. And it's also an important moment because Atalanta is not doing great, but that doesn't mean that on Sunday they will not be on top form. We are playing in their home. Pay attention to that. So it's important. I'm not superstitious, but don't you think our new lucky charm helped with the winning goal? Probably. We're speaking about Cindy, the Milan host. When she dressed in black and white, Juventus is winning. Yeah, but I asked her as well to do it every time now. Beppe, what was written on page 49 of Allegri book? We can check. It's true. Did we set 49, Ninib? I don't remember. Was it 49? Let me check. I don't think it was 49. It was 49. Ooh, it was 49. It was written here. Okay, I just put in context for the people that do not know. Before the first, when we signed Vlahovic, we did a live and I asked the people to choose a page, a random page of the book. They have chosen for page 49. And we were explaining what it meant, because that would have meant the beginning of Vlahovic. You know, the description would have been how Vlahovic would start at Juve. And it's written, se I giocatori faranno bene una cosa dopo aver seguito le indicazioni, la ricompensa arriverà con un risultato positivo. And that's what we said. If the players would do great, wait. If the players are doing one, se I giocatori faranno bene una cosa dopo aver seguito l'indicazione, okay. If the players would do one thing great after listening to the instructions, the reward would be a positive result. Guys, it's written in the book. That's what we said. If the players will do well what the instructions are, they would do well on the field. And did you notice, guys? Did you notice that Sengoku was there? That's one. And then also that in the second half, when we made the subs, we changed the game because they listened. They knew what to do. It's not a mystery. Yeah? Grande name. What a memory. I forgot about that. How was Bonucci's return? We need to take care of all our center backs. But you see that he's coming from injury. He was not at his best. He was not at his top form. Vlahovic. De Ligt was much better than Bonucci. The goal is also on Bonucci, I have to admit. Not really great there. Could have done better because it doesn't close the angle. Not 100% perfect today, Bonucci. On the other hand, when he's giving these long balls to Vlahovic, there is nobody like Bonucci. Nobody. Yeah, it's a known goal, but who cares? A goal is a goal. And if you see how he played, it's Vlahovic. Then it will not be in the books. Probably in 5 years we will not remember. But I will remember. It was too important. But it's true. It's true. Is that Goku? Absolutely, is Goku. I have Goku a lot, everywhere. Look, Goku here. That's me. Yeah, that's me, 100%. But I have a lot more. I have a lot more. Look, wait. And then we go back to football. I don't have everything here, but the baby Sangoku is here. Look at that. I have this one of Sangoku. I like Dragon Ball. Of course, I don't know if you noticed, but here you have Captain. The captain is there. Look at that. He's beautiful, isn't it? I love him. We all have passion in life, of course. Continue, guys. And because then we'll close. I told you I'm sick. Mohammad, regarding Cristiano Ronaldo, he was important and a legend. We should appreciate that phase with what he had and the benefits will continue bring to Juve brand. I agree. Now it started a new and different situation. Vlahovic, I agree. 100%. That's a really beautiful observation. No, it was 49. It was 49, I believe. Yeah, because when I saw it, I remember the page. Grande Guido Gencarelli, who's saying ciao Beppe, just joined the live. To me today we needed too many shots, also very unlucky. To me today McKennie was the worst player, but still fino alla fine. Was he the worst player? Yes. Who was the worst player? That's a good question. I will put 4 names. So W. So worst today. Who was the worst? So can we put McKennie? Because he missed really a lot. Arthur, I didn't really like today. Who else? No, Alexandro was not in the worst, guys. I would not put Alexandro there. I don't 100% agree with Alexandro. Quadrado didn't play well. I agree. No, Zakaria, no. I agree with Quadrado. He didn't play that well. I was expecting more from Quadrado. And then would we put Bonucci? I don't know. Let's put Bonucci, but really because of we need to put 4 names. We need to put 4 names, but so I've put them. So then we can help Guido. But of course, McKennie was not 100% great. For me, Arthur didn't play well. He didn't create nothing. He played a lot in the back. Thank you for the donation, Guido. Was difficult. McKennie was really bad, but there is an excuse on why. Arthur, there is no excuse why. There is no. Today was maybe even a bit of a wake-up call. We can't have these blackouts. After 30 minutes of the game, it was 30%, 70. Yeah, I know. It was 30, 70. It was not okay at all. It was absolutely not okay at all. I'm very excited about the chemistry we are seeing with our Tridente. If they play together, I agree. I miss Del Piero. Del Piero is there. You can, if you join the live, you can see him as much as you want. Just Goku. Just Juve, I like. Thank you for the donation, Ryzen Cross Beppe. Let me put you on the spot. Which book was the best? Allegri, Pirlo, Del Piero, or Chiellini? Ooh. I will be honest with you, I didn't like the one of Del Piero. So I will put Del Piero bottom. Chiellini was nice. I like the one of Pirlo. I really like. Is here. Pirlo is here. Where is he? That's Pirlo. Here I have another one of Del Piero. This one is really good. La Juve del Dottore. Juventus of the Doctor. Dr. Agnelli. Here you have a President Agnelli when he was a kid. So there are some great books. In the one you mentioned, I would go with Del Piero bottom. Then Chiellini. Then Allegri. And the best one for me was Pirlo. That's why. And thank you for the nation, Ryzen. That's how I see it. Ciao, Michel. That's how I see it. So who are you voting, guys, for? It's a big battle between... No, actually, Arthur is at the moment 32, and then there are Quadrado and McKennie fighting there. And Bonucci as well. It's tight, huh? It's tight. What about page 28? You know what, Hanin? If I don't forget, in closing time, I will choose another page. Maybe page 28, and then we can see. Gabriel, does any of these books have an English translation? The Pirlo one is translated. That I'm sure. I have it here in English. The other ones, I checked. I didn't find them. Probably Del Piero as well, I think. It should be logic because he's living in US, so probably. Gianni. What a knowledge, Cecilia. What a knowledge. What a beautiful knowledge. Yeah, but that's why, Enzo. I have the same thoughts. Riccardo Sandomaggio. Sandro cannot cross the ball into the box. Mamma mia. It's true. I was disappointed in his crosses today again. And when he do it, he's taking so much time. Slow. But guys, on the other hand, what do you think? You know what? He played today. Why? For one reason, because he will not play versus Atalanta. Fact, I can guarantee you. Thank you, Azzurri Juve. Thank you for the donation, buddy. Azzurri Juve. The Ligt has become a force. He literally seems to be everywhere. It's a beast. The guy is a beast. Today, at a certain moment, he did a penetration into the box like a box-to-box player, like a Mezzala. Then he also shot towards the goal. Mamma mia, what a Ligt. He literally seems to be everywhere. He's taking over his defense and becoming a clear leader. His performances are much more consistent this year too. Bravo, Mattias. Bravo, Mattias. I agree with Azzurri Juve, but for me, it's a player that I always liked. I don't really remember bad games of the Ligt. Maybe in the first year a bit more. Last year, don't forget, he played a lot. He started with a big injury at his shoulder where he was on the at home, not there. Then he need to recover, and he's playing a lot with his shoulder, with his body, so it makes sense that he had also some difficulties. But you know, it's that I was speaking with I don't remember who in the Telegram group, and they were speaking about the Ligt not being 100% great. Great, yes, but maybe not for that money. I was saying, guys, he's young, and on the other hand, don't forget, for sure, he's a natural leader. He was already captain at Ajax. He's someone that really is mature for his age. He's really an example of his lifestyle and so on. He's really great and so on. On the other hand, he played first with Sarri, that was playing and asking total different tasks. Then they have Pirlo with total different tasks, total different. Then they have now, what's his name? Allegri, who is asking total something different to him. So it's not always easy. It's not always easy to adapt for a young player that comes to Serie A from Ajax, who was totally different. From Ajax going with Sarri, with Pirlo, with Allegri. But I agree that I really hope he will not leave. Then, if it leaves, he leaves. Again, I said it many times, guys. Sometimes you have to look at the financial side. Sometimes you have to look at the sportive side. Sometimes you have to understand the 360 degrees of some things. But I hope that moment will be in 10, 15, 20 years, maybe never, because it's a phenomenon. I love him so much. I really love him so much. Yeah. But now I have fever. Huh? Now I will go to sleep until tomorrow. Going back to our Ciao, Dennis. Ciao, thank you. Thank you for being a member of the channel. Thank you for your donation. Thank you for taking time also to be here. Thank you. I have a book. You see, the book of Pirlo is in English. Ricardo, the Ligt news, Pepe. Do you think he will depart? We just spoke about it. I don't know. I think it depends, because if they come with 90 million, you know what's the problem with the Ligt? We already spoke about it. We signed him, and I speak about in terms of salary, in a moment pre-COVID, where he had some margin to go to the 10 million, 12 million, 15 million at Juve, because that could have been a standard for the top players. The problem that with COVID, everything changed. Everything changed for the finances of Juve, of a lot of clubs, and Juventus is not able anymore to give 15 million euro to players. So actually, the Ligt is already at the roof, at the limit. And if we want to extend him next year, the problem is that he's already at his max, and he can't. So or he will extend on the same money, or he will have to leave. That's the problem. And if you can't make him happy, then it's over. Martin is saying too bad he's a client of Raiola, because you know it's temporary. It depends. Look at Nedved. Nedved was a client of Raiola. He stayed there forever. It also depends of the player, what the player wants to. Then of course he's doing. I always respect Raiola, guys, because he's doing his job, and he's probably the best one. What is his job? Making sure that the players, they move, they have more money, they are centered in a project, they are attractive also for marketing. That's his job. He's doing it quite well. Then sometimes it succeeds, sometimes no, but it's also the player that can say, no, I don't want to go. Guido, grazie, amico mio. Do you think that Agnelli will give to him and us 100 years owning Juventus the Champions League next year? I have a feeling I will have to buy our tickets. I hope. I can't wait, Guido, that you buy the tickets for us in the in the Champions League final. But I don't think that Agnelli will come out with we did it for the 100 years of Agnelli, because, and that's important maybe for people that doesn't know, this one is a really great, I have the little marquise here as a sticker, but from Turin Giants, guys. If you don't follow Turin Giants, do it. If you see here Bianconeri's own story, it's the story of Agnelli at Juventus, the Agnelli's family, with Il Dottore, with L'Avvocato, with the young president Agnelli. Then you have the story. It's really beautiful. But it's true that next year, like Guido is saying, next year will be the 100 years of Juventus being on top of Agnelli being on top of Juventus. I don't believe that it will be kind of we did it for the 100 years or we will celebrate too much, because that has never been in Agnelli's DNA to show up like that. On the other hand, it can be really important. I believe they will do big things. Speaking with some people, they are telling me Juventus in 3 years, we are building today to become again a top team that is able to compete not only in Italy, of course, but also internationally. So, because today we are a bit short. If you see that we are suffering for a half 45 minutes versus Sassuolo, then that doesn't mean Paris Saint-Germain is also suffering with some small teams in Ligue 1. But we are building towards that. So, yeah, probably they will do us some surprises, not labeling them as we did for the 100 years. Beppe, do you think the Ligt is happy at Juve? I can't imagine. Oh yeah, I believe he is. I really believe he is happy, super happy at Juventus. He loves the city. His wife loves the city. They have easy access to Amsterdam. They can go and come whenever they want. They have the nature. They can walk with the dogs. The people are really kind with them. He's playing well. He's playing as a starter in a big club. I believe as well that Juventus buying Zakaria, the Ligt, is also a show, that we want to go. We are not dead. We will not wait 5-year cycle before coming back. And I think these kind of things that they are really important for a player like the Ligt that is more ambitious than attracted by money. It's in his hand. Grazie Cecilia for taking care of me. If Dybala departs, who would you replace him? And we are speaking about if, guys, because we don't know. If Dybala is playing like he played today, for example, I'm happy with Dybala. If he's playing like he's always playing in terms of qualities, I'm happy with Dybala. If Dybala leaves, if it's really like that, I would not go for a talent like Dybala, because they are not. You will fail. Looking for the replacement of Dybala is a big mistake. According to me, because there are no other players like Dybala. You will not find them. So I would go for a total different player. I would go for a 4-3-3 and looking for a replacement for Vlahovic, because we have if Vlahovic tomorrow he has a cold, we again have the same problems. So he can play in the position of Morata, in the new position of Morata. Yes, he can't play in the position of Vlahovic. Dybala can't play in the position of Vlahovic. Morata, he will go back to the bad performance Morata. So that's a big difficulty. Thank you, Ricardo. So I would go for a total different player. Maybe a fit Zaniolo, okay? We are speaking about a fit Zaniolo because I'm really scared about his physical condition. So a fit Zaniolo to play a 4-3-3 with Chiesa on the left, Zaniolo on the right, Vlahovic in the middle could be really great. But that's what I would do. Mbappe, for example. I'm exaggerated. Of course, we will not have Mbappe, but I'm speaking about the style of players, This guy, Nkunku, what's the name, guys? Help me in the chat. By the way, Arthur, worst of the match, you have voted. What's the name of the guy that is doing beautiful dribbles from Leipzig? Nkunku, I don't know. But this guy is great. This guy is really great. Help me in the chat. Mamma mia. Rabiot entered well today, Michel. I agree. Nkunku. Some people are really Nkunku. You know who I'm speaking about. He's great. I would see that. But, again, first, let's decide what we do. Raiola changed over the years. It's not the same as an Nedvest agent. It's also true. It's also true, Thomas. On the other hand, I continue to say you decide what you want to do. Huh? And Cuckoo. Yeah, guys, that's the guy that I'm speaking about. Christopher. Yeah. So I promised it, and then I will stop, guys. What a life! I told you I was about to die. I didn't want to do any live. I was watching the game with my son. It was really a pleasant moment, especially the second half, because the first. And I was thinking it was a. I was thinking about the 7-0. I tell you the truth. But before that, I promised to do a page of the book, So to see for the coming game versus Atalanta, we have to take a lesson. Huh? We have to take a lesson. Normally we go with a real page and then we read. Today we go to the chapter, to the big lesson. So give me a number of a page, guys. If you are still there, if you are still awake. Ciao Abai. Ciao Abai. Let's see. What page? What page? By the way, I will tell you the page, guys, of course. It starts with lesson 1. No. It starts at page 8. Huh? No, 7. It starts at page 8. Page 8. It starts at page 8. So, no 7, guys. I'm sorry. It starts at page 8. I can't put 7, guys. 7, if you want 7, is this. 7 is this. The 32 rules. There is nothing to say about that. So, you know what? The first one who asked it asked for 28. I think it was Hanin. Hanin said 28 earlier. So I will go with his number because he said 28, Hanin. And Tony is saying it again, so let's go for 28. 28. What's written on page 28? Mamma mia. It's not really great, guys. They are speaking about on page 28. This time you have chosen bad because it's actually or Ancelotti or Capello that are speaking about Allegri. So it's not really great. It's not really great. Let me take another number. Give me a number. Give me a number. Go a bit more, because we have how much here? We have 260 pages. A bit more than 260 pages. So go. 83. Mohammed is going for 83. Let's go. 83. What's page 83? Page 83 is... Ooh, it's a beautiful chapter. I told you we will go for the chapter. It's a beautiful one. The page 83 is from the chapter 9. Okay? And what is chapter 9 saying? Il pensiero positivo abbassa l'energia. You have to, of course, you have to read the chapter, but the positive thinking, the positive thought is lowering the energy. Guys, the positive thought is lowering the energy. Of course, you have to read all the chapter of Allegri to understand it. On the other hand, what does it explain if we read the words like that? After the game of Verona, the enthusiasm, the positive thought, they were here. After that goal of Dybala, after 3 minutes, we were here. We were thinking that we were unbeatable, that now with Vlahovic and Zakaria, with the winter mercato, everything was okay. Was not, because our energy lowered, and we had to remind ourselves that, mamma mia, it's not just one because you signed Vlahovic and Dybala. In the locker room, we had to say, guys, you have to increase your energy, otherwise we will lose today. And I think it's good, because if we would have won today 4-0, 5-0, as we were all thinking, maybe versus Atalanta we would have had a bad surprise. And maybe the game versus Atalanta we would have lost it. So guys, too much enthusiasm, too much positive thoughts, it can lower your energy. That's why I understand from it. Thank you for the page, Tony and Hanin, who asked it. Guys, we will do it again. Thank you. I'm dead now. I'll go to the bathroom, I will vomit, and then I will sleep. Ciao Ezio. Thank you. Don't forget, it's like in the church. When you leave a like. You leave a like, and then you can go home. Don't forget to put a maximum of like, guys. We are at 279. Don't forget, let's reach 300. At least 300. Thank you to Home of Juve. Cherubini. Thank you, Bogdan. Robin van der Worst. Bogdan. Again, Rise and Cross. Thank you, Rise and Cross, for everything. Electronero, who is there as well. Aldo. Hanin. Good quote. Like what Allegri said in the interview. You see? Hanin. Matthew Tabone. To everyone. Thank you for being there, even when I'm sick. Thank you, Forza Juve. Ciao, guys.